It might be called handball, but I'm going to tell you about something that is as important, maybe even more important than your hands, to play at the highest level that you can. So today we're going to talk about your footwork. And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how skilled you are in terms of the shots that you can hit. Unless you're in the right place, it's going to be very difficult to hit those shots. And that is exactly why footwork is so important. And in today's video, we're going to go through some of the key things that we want to think about with footwork drills, and we'll go through 5 footwork drills that you could easily do in the court or at home. So if, like me, you forgot to bring cones to the court, you can use a couple of handball gloves, you can use your goggles, you can literally use anything as your markers, and we're going to get them set up on the floor appropriately for each drill that you're going to do. Today we're going to focus on 3 movement patterns, and that is going to be lateral movement, forward, backwards, and diagonal movement. And that is generally all the movement patterns that we do in the court. One thing to keep in mind before you get into any of these drills is that we want to focus on quality movement rather than doing things as fast as you possibly can. So if you're introducing these types of drills into your training, start by focusing on moving really well, changing direction well, accelerating, decelerating, and that is going to make things a lot more effective for you on the court. We're currently battling with the sound of a full-on concert going on beside this fronton court, so we may well have to delete all of this footage and do it again later.
It's like the fronton court is just sucking up all the sound.
Yes, and it makes for a very difficult work environment.
It does. But we're adaptable, so we'll see how this goes.
So we had to give up on the handball court because the concert was really peaking right at the same time as we were. So we're going to talk through the drills, what we can do, what we want to focus on, and how they're going to help you in the court so that you can go in there and hit the ball better than ever. So the first drill is focusing on lateral movement. So you'll see simply moving side to side. I am battling against the court here. It's super dusty for some reason, and not even my Gel Resolution X shoes can handle it. But we're dipping down low to touch that glove or marker or whatever you're using, and focusing on keeping the feet side by side rather than crossing over. One thing I will say from doing this drill is it will really fire up your legs as well while you're doing it. Then we're going on to our N-shaped drill, literally calling that because it is like an N shape. Here we're doing forward movements, we're decelerating, then we're going backwards at an angle, decelerating again, accelerating to go forward. So we have a lot of different components to this. It's a super good drill to work on that change of direction, particularly going from forward to backwards. This next one is one that brings me back to my childhood of implementing footwork drills. It's one of the first footwork drills I probably got to know when I was like 12 or 13, trying to become a better handball player. And I love it because it really encompasses all the movements that we do in the court. And it also drills you to get back to the center of the court. So you'll see that you start in the center, we're running forwards, we're decelerating, we're getting backwards, and we're getting back to the center every time. One thing I think about with this drill is first not to slip due to your shoes, but second of all is we want to think of it as game-like. So we're not turning around to run to the back wall. We're imagining that we want to be facing fairly forward all the time when we're in a rally, which is exactly how we want to be when we're in handball. We're not turning around and taking our eye off the ball. We're keeping our eye on that ball throughout. So we can imagine that with these drills as well. One thing you'll notice that I start to do in this drill is that I'm actually at the end of the sprint incorporating a swing, and that's how we can take these to another level, is actually do these shadow swings. So we practice, okay, when I'm up close, I'm going to go for a sidearm kill. When I'm at the back, I'm going to go for an overhand. And then it actually can allow us to bring that into more game-like situations as well by drilling those movements. Then we have our Y drill. Again, it is named after the shape that we are moving. We're focusing on that forward acceleration, planting the foot, changing direction at an angle, which we often will have to do. We might be moving forward, we realize the ball's going a different direction, and we have to change. And with these, one thing I like to focus on is show no signs of weakness, but it's actually difficult when you're doing all 5 of these drills multiple times back to back for the sake of a YouTube video. With these, in terms of giving you ideas of how long to do them for, like a simple way to do it is, let's do one run through, take appropriate rest so I feel like I can go at a max effort again. Like that would be a very simple way to go about it. We can do other variations that's more time. So maybe we do 20 seconds on, we take 40 seconds off, and we repeat that multiple times. It depends on what the focus is. If we're focusing on going all out, it might be shorter intervals. If we're like, okay, maybe I want to work on longer intervals in a game, then it might be 30 plus seconds, but that will be a lower intensity. The last one I absolutely love as well, because while it's fairly simple, we're just moving in and out, we can actually do a lot of different variations. You can start by facing away from the markers. You can start by laying down. There's a lot of different ways that we can make this even more challenging for ourselves. As you can see, I'm absolutely spent at the end of all of this. But yeah, these are things that I would include in most of my handball skill sessions. And it's something that I think we can all spend a lot of time on. Like, you can develop the strokes, but one of the most important things is to be in the right place. That is going to take your game to the next level. If you're not already convinced, watch your favorite handballer playing, watch how they move their feet. And I can tell you that they are working on that off the court as well.